Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming out for tonight's performance. As always, you are in for a big treat. First will be the 6th grade, followed by the 7th and 8th grade groups. Again, the students are doing a great job learning new music from the winter musical to now. Please welcome Mr. Hazlett as he conducts both bands. Good evening, and thank you for coming out this evening. We're a little short on getting to spring, but we'll call this our spring concert. And more importantly, this is actually recognized by NAFME, the National Association for Music Education. March is Music in Our Schools Month, so I think it's a great time to do a concert and remember how lucky we are in Pendleco to have great support from our administration and to have so many of our students involved throughout, not just here at Northley, but in the elementary schools, up into the high school, involved in music and involved in the arts. So this kind of helps celebrate that, and it's my pleasure right now to introduce a student teacher who we've had the pleasure of working with, the students have had the pleasure of working with, and she's going to conduct the next piece, which is Midnight Mission. Her name is Miss Abigail Bayer, and it's a pleasure to introduce her. Miss Bayer. The next piece, we take a kind of a complete left turn from what we've been studying, and we go more to probably the root of a lot of our popular music today. We go to Africa, and specifically a Swahili phrase, "Njone Tucheze." And you're actually going to hear the students say that here. But the song's called Tuangane. It's Let's Join Together, and it kind of gives you the idea of an African ceremony, party, so to speak, dancing, music. So this is our version of Tu Angane. And to close out our final song for the sixth grade portion of the concert, we're going to do what's traditionally known, what's traditionally kind of the thing to do for concert band concerts is to close with a march. So we're going to play the forward march. I want to thank you all parents for supporting your students and encouraging them. I say this every concert, but I certainly can't take it for granted. I need to continue saying it. They are doing an awesome job. This sixth grade group, I can't say enough positive things about the work that they're doing in class, the fun that I have working with them, great people. You know, my hat's off to them. I'm so proud of the work that they've done, and I can't wait to see what else they do as they continue to grow here at Northley. So to you all, thank you, okay? Our last song is Forward March. We're going to begin our concert with a piece that is a staple of band literature. Claire Grunman, the composer of this piece, is to wind band, concert band. His importance as a composer is like that of Beethoven's orchestral music. Claire Grunman really put a lot of energy into creating music for this new art form. Believe it or not, the band that we support in schools nowadays is really only about 120 years old, give or take a little bit. So Claire Grunman composed this song, Kentucky 1800, using 3 American folk songs. And it's a pleasure to introduce Ms. Bayer again, who will be conducting this for the 7th and 8th grade band. The next piece is called Der Erlkönig, and I'm going to use the translation. It's known as the Elf King. It's actually based on a very famous poem written in the 18th century. And the poem, basically, the piece is a tone poem, or written to represent a story of a father and son on horseback late at night going home through the forest, and the son is being haunted by supernatural beings. And of course, it does not end well at all if you know the story. This is Der Erlkönig, or the Elf King. That piece, Songs of the Whalemen, again, is written by another composer who's kind of a staple of wind band music, particularly for young musicians, Elliot Del Borgo. Our next piece is entitled Japanese Pictures. And believe it or not, 5 years ago, from just a few days ago, on March 11th, 5 years ago, is when the earthquake and tsunami struck Japan. So this piece, besides its multicultural value, could also mark the anniversary. And the great thing about this piece is, in purchasing this piece for the students to play, the composer has actually donated all proceeds to a program over there to help the people affected by the tsunami and earthquake. So this has a lot of Japanese themes melodically, as well as you're going to hear in the percussion section a lot of loud bass. While we don't have taiko drums to necessarily play real authentic taiko drums, we're using what we have to create the Japanese drumming kind of effect. This is Japanese Pictures. Thank you again for coming. I need to thank Mr. Blair, Mr. Lucius, and Mrs. Young for all their support here on the administrative side here at Northley, and for the students doing music. Thank you to you, again, parents, for supporting them, encouraging them. Thank you to our admin for the support that they give our program. And I also need to mention how proud I am of this group as well. 7th and 8th grade, we really step up, I really challenge them, put some new music in front of them. That is quite a bit of a challenge. Not only technically, but from a musical standpoint, to start to make the music speak. Not just play notes and rhythms, but actually bringing it to life. And that's really what being a musician and being an artist is about. So them trying to delve into that, and you can imagine how hard it is sometimes for a middle school person. You've got to be vulnerable. You've got to be able to give yourself up a little bit and get rid of all the nonsense sometimes that goes on, and the being cool or whatever. And they've done a great job. They're really starting to grow. The sound that they're producing is great, and I'm really excited to see where they go and finish off this year. So to you all, congratulations. And this is our final piece, and surely I would say without a doubt their favorite piece. This is called March to Castle Rock.